ask you this: if you had the potential to save the world, would you do it? I'm assuming most of you agree, and it's it's a easy, simple task, and that would just be by recycling. We are the consumers of society, and we have been caught in a materialistic cycle that of buying new and throwing away old and constantly repeating that cycle. Found on the National Geographic, an average American contributes about 4.5 pounds of garbage per day. That would mean about 112 pounds for just our class alone today. When I was in middle school, I noticed my family and I seemed to be producing an excessive amount of garbage, and so therefore I researched and found out ways to kind of reduce that amount and do what I could to reduce our amount of garbage. This is an important issue because we, as society, are negatively impacting our future for not only ourselves but also future generations to come. Today, I will shine light on the problem we face with trash buildup on our earth, how recycling helps, and what we can do to help. So the buildup of landfills is becoming a serious situation because it's drowning out our Earth's surfaces with trash. According to the Environmental Protection Association, in the year 2012, the United States produced about 251 million tons of garbage, and that only includes what was legally dumped. So things that were dumped in like the ocean or in the desert weren't accounted for. You must be wondering how much 251 tons really is. Well, that's enough metal to build about 3 million automobiles, enough wood to construct 1 million homes, enough paper to publish all the daily newspapers in the country, enough aluminum to rebuild the entire American air fleet 71 times, and would fill 11 million garbage trucks. Now imagine how much garbage will accumulate over a 10-year span. That's a lot. So where does it all go? Well, that's just it. There's so much trash and not enough room in our landfills that it's accumulating and forcing a lot of landfills to close. In fact, New York landfill is so huge it can be seen from outer space. Described on greenwaste.com, although recycling is the most common method of plastic waste pollution prevention, less than 1% of plastic products are recycled in the U.S. Americans throw away 25 million plastic beverage bottles every hour. So in 2004, 55 billion aluminum cans were either placed in the landfill, they were littered, or incinerated. Both of these facts were found on greenwaste.com. That's basically enough cans to fill the Empire State Building 20 times. In the time it takes for me to just tell you this sentence, about 50,000 more 12-ounce cans have been produced, and about 1/3 of those will be found in our landfills in the future. Renewing, reusing, and recycling materials has such a significant impact, and there are many ways to explain how it can benefit our Earth. According to greenliving.com, it can help reduce the amount of non-biodegradable products such as cans, plastic bottles, and plastic bags in our landfills. This will ultimately also help to reduce the air pollution and greenhouse gases that are in our environment and help protect the current environment condition we're in, which is not necessarily good, but it's better than what it will be in the future. So it also saves the amount of energy used on new products. When you recycle something, it gets sorted into used to make similar items, such as aluminum cans contain about 41% of other recycled aluminum. And also, lastly, it preserves our natural resources. Instead of cutting down more trees to produce more paper, the trees can be saved by using old newspapers and copier paper, like my index cards, which are recycled. Stated on the SierraClub.org website, the United States produced about almost 21 million tons of paper just last year, which usually takes about 55 to 110 million trees. But we only recycled about 11,000 tons of that. Lastly, it's important to learn ways on how to implement eco-friendly habits into our daily life. It's important to support organizations that incorporate environmental friendly techniques, such as there's this organization called giveorg.com that I hope, or not giveorg.com, just giveorg.org. And I hope to volunteer with them next summer, but they basically do missions where they build tanks with bottles and like liter bottles, and they fill it with sand and then make a clean water tank for developing countries. It's also good to buy things that have been made with recycled materials, such as outdoor sportswear. A lot of it has been made with about 25% recycled plastic bottles, and manufacturers such as LL Bean, Patagonia, JanSport have been used to make sweaters and pullovers out of recycled materials. So recycling is an important aspect in today's world. It helps prevent landfill mountains that are continuously growing, bring numerous benefits, and it's pretty easy to do. I don't expect any of you to transform into an earth-loving hippie today, but I do urge you to start making small changes by recycling cereal boxes or the water bottles you use, or even take the next step up and recycle things like batteries and ink cartridges in a specific way, like such as I know Office Max takes ink cartridges and refills them. But just remember, what we do today impacts our tomorrow, so we need to make a conscious decision about what bin we put that plastic bottle in. Thank you.